Jesse Foster welcomes you to Father Nation, where other dads illuminate your path to become a better father. Prepare to enter into the man cave.
I live along the Snake River in Idaho, and my family loves to go water skiing in the summer. And from a very young age, we've gotten all of our kids on the river at a very young age. And my in-laws live right on the Snake River, and it's just a beautiful setting to go out, and we go boating all the time during the summer. And when my oldest son was about 6 years old, we took him out on the river, and he wanted to learn how to water ski. And we had actually already gotten him up on the wakeboard with a little trainer device, and he loved it. And so I thought, okay, he's confident, and I'm sure he can do this. And so I actually talked him into getting into the river and doing a deep water start. And if you're not familiar with that, that just means that he's actually starting from the water on two skis. And he was struggling with it, and he wasn't very old, and he didn't have the kind of strength that you need to hold the skis up, and they were falling over. And I was getting frustrated because I felt like I knew that he could do it. And so I kept stopping and pulling around to him and saying, Kyler, you've got to do this. You can do it. And it got so bad that he started to cry, and he was really struggling. And I got more and more frustrated with it. And at one point I actually said to him, you're not getting in this boat until you get up. And right then his face just fell, and he was crying in the water, and I felt awful. And all of a sudden I noticed that I wasn't fulfilling I wasn't living by those principles that I taught every single day to people. That, I wasn't really teaching him anything in that moment other than to be insensitive and to give in to our frustrations and those sort of things. And so I think an important thing that I learned from that is that the more that we try to control our children, in a setting like that, we're trying to push them into something that maybe they're not ready for, or we're trying to get them to do something that they don't want to do, or those types of things. The more we try to push and control, the less control we actually have. We actually lose influence when we do that. And I realized that control really is an illusion, and we think that we're controlling, but we're actually losing that. And so it was just something that made me realize that I needed to stop and pay attention to what was happening inside myself and act according to those true principles that I always teach parents, instead of just reacting to the situation. Parenting really is a marathon and not a sprint. Cherish fatherhood. Cherish every day that we can be dads, because there are those out there that can't be, and there are those out there also that have chosen not to be. And what a privilege it is to be a dad.